Hey everyone, it's Will, Gamer Dad, with another video for you. So in today's video, we're going to go over Cyrus as a 5-star after the newest update, and I'll do a little bit of gameplay and review some of his updated moves. Now the most important question of all is he hot or not?
He's hot as a froggy prince like my hubby.
Oh my. Anyways, our beloved frog protagonist has really gotten some great updates, just like a lot of the other main story casts. So his VC is the same as before. Power and physical resist 20% down for 1 turn. If you grind out his VC Grasta, obviously that will become 2 turns, and you can see the 3 moves we are going with. Although his he does have a few other moves. I believe these 3 are the ones I would recommend. Now, with the newest update, a lot of the main characters did get some, more powerful moves. Their multipliers increased, and so more viable in today's meta. So first of all, the Water Slash has now been upgraded, so it's guaranteed inflicts pain for 3 turns and ignores target resistance. And you'll see how that plays into his other 2 5-star signature moves, since some of them do rely on pain status. The Idle Nirvana Slash is his non-elemental slash, so slash attack on a single enemy times 3 XL, crit occurs more often, and double damage if target is inflicted with pain, and if you're less than 100%, essentially triple the damage on top of double. So you can actually get a 6 times multiplier, which is actually very, very powerful for a free unit. Most even gacha units don't approach this kind of damage. However, being that it's non-elemental, keep in mind that in general, even though the multiplier or the damage looks to be higher, you don't get the same level of vulnerability, since many enemies aren't resistant or I guess aren't weak to slash, so to speak. Now his other 5-star move is actually very, very good as a support. Water Slash attack on a single enemy XL, and power of user and speed 50% for 3 turns. So before it was, I think it's 20 and stackable 3 times. However, the other thing that's amazing is sword and katana equipped characters on the front line get damage increased by 50% by 3 turns. So for those who's already used Crest before, being that it increases damage by 40% with this distortion blade, this one is 50%, and although it can stack with other slash zones, for example radius or other kind of moves, hey, it's still very, very good, and again on a free unit. So Philo, move out of the way. Here's their 5-star board, and to be fair, I'm actually kidding about Philo, because I believe he also boosts axe as well, and this one's just katana and sword. So you can see his personality there. And in terms of Grasta setup, usually it's pain, although you can still modify it to water if you really want to use this water signature move. So let's take him out for a spin. If you haven't already, make sure you like and subscribe to my channel. I really appreciate it. I also do have a Patreon account for those who want to support me this way. So first of all, usually you would set up with the water attack, and then you will go with the Idle Nirvana Slash. And so you can see that with the 50% boost, you can still do 100k times 3. Note that I am using the Bullseye Grasta that does increase 50% damage outside of AF. So that is something to keep in mind if you are not at the stage where you're getting these enhanced dormant ore. Now against tougher bosses, you would apply pain either by himself or from other units, and then you would boost yourself with the Enkai Broken, and then you do the Idle Nirvana Slash. Also keep in mind that his personal weapon, the Tankiri Maru, is the one that increases his crit rate as well. So you really want to equip that, which is the blue sword. So against some more tougher bosses, I wanted to show a limited, the limitations of his signature move. So let's go with taking on the Meloja in 3 forms. Aldo can fight off against his mirror. By VCing in radius, it rages the attack so that none of your units get hit. And so, unfortunately, being that Cyrus has full HP, the damage you're going to see is actually limited. So bear in mind that you would actually see about 3 times the number of damage for him. So right now he's doing 600k times 3. You'd probably see 1.8 million times 3, and so on and so forth as the combo meter goes higher and higher. So if you are planning to use Cyrus in any sort of endgame fights, you might want to just walk around, so some low-end mobs get hit for 100 HP or whatever, leave yourself at 99% HP, and then bring him in for maximum damage. That being said, as a support, he still can really enhance the units on your team. Any katana and sword users do get that 50% boost, and like I said, even with diminishing returns, you still get the end of turn boost for units such as Radius in Slash Zone, or even with the Distortion Blade with Crest, so on and so forth. Now, how he really shines is when he plays with his buddy Aldo. Aldo got really boosted, and if you haven't caught my video on him, make sure you catch that 5-star review on Aldo. And in conjunction with the boosting, you can see that Aldo easily clears stage 2 of Molossia, whereas before I don't think he would be viable at all in this stage. And like I said before, if Cyrus was even moderately injured, he would actually put up a little bit more of a fight. But another limitation of Cyrus is that he only has single target attacks. And that is one big downside. Notice that even without getting hit, he still did 1,000,000 times 3 with some debuffs on the enemy. Note that we have Pain applied by Binary Drive. We also have the Physical Resistance down. We have Slash Resistance down by Binary Drive as well. So depending on what you're using, you can really lay the debuffs on and maximize the damage of Idol, Nirvana, Slash. And you can see that we used Princess of Divinity with AS Tsukiya. We even with diminishing returns, hey, still additional damage to katana users. Now in terms of the Grasta, if you are using Cyrus as your main line, make sure you do share that Void Grasta katana, which in this case is held by Elga, and Elga can benefit from that as well, being that her signature move is Quattro Drive. Tsukiya, of course, can help boost with the Princess Divinity move, and she herself is no slouch when dealing damage even in her AS form, much less in her ES form, which of course I also had a 5-star review on. And our star, Aldo, which like I said, in conjunction with Cyrus, is really laying the smack down on the enemies. Radius, of course, is the OG and still one of the best Slash Zone setters in the game. Alright, so in conclusion, after the update, Cyrus is definitely very, very viable as say late game 5-star unit. And since many new players can have him early on as well, you can make benefits of using him early on, especially if you are limited in 5 stars and so on and so forth. I will say, like I said, the limitations is that you do have to have him slightly damaged, and he really does come into play a lot more after getting his personal weapon, which is not later on until in the story. So you will have to wait a few rounds until you get to the Goddess Time Part 2 before you get that Tenkiri Maru. Anyways, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.